beauty may I walk all day long. May I walk through the seasons. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace on this path. May I walk through my life. May I walk in old age. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in joy. May I walk in love. May I walk in gratitude. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in stillness. May I walk in forgiveness. May I walk in loving kindness. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace now. May you walk, always walk in peace. May we walk in peace. May I walk with loving kindness, in love. May you walk in joy, in love. May we walk.
Good morning, Celebration Center for Spiritual Living, and welcome to another beautiful, glorious, fall, vibrant Sunday morning. I got a little lost there in all of the things that this morning is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Reverend Chris Alexander. I am the senior minister here at Celebration Center. We are physically located in Falls Church, Virginia. However, we truly have a global community with people joining from all over. And y'all are going to extra see that this morning because it is New Member Sunday. And so we have some new members joining us. And I am so excited that we just continue to grow this vibrant, beloved community in so many amazing ways. We have an awesome service planned. I know, I say it every week. We are wrapping up our conversation on finances and money. We're talking about improving your circulation today. And we also have All Angles performing with us. So we have Lynn Hollyfield, our music director, as well as Jen Fay, Chet Hall, and Nancy Newman. So yay, All Angles. And and we have Judy Blaze as our practitioner on platform. So yay, Judy. If you are joining us for the very first time, welcome. We are so glad that you are here. If you're in the room, we have a new member card that you can fill out over there. Or if you're joining us online or in the room and you're technology savvy, go ahead and scan this QR code that's right next to me here. And that is going to take you to a form you can fill out and let us know who you are and your contact information and how we can support you. You can also go to that website that's right down here and fill that form out there as well. So welcome. We're so glad that you're here. And if you are joining us online this morning, we invite you to say good morning in the chat and let us know you're here, where you're from, and what you're up to today. How are you feeling? What's going on with you? So, all of that being, well, we have some announcements today. I don't know what, my brain just skipped right ahead because I got all excited about All Angles coming up here. So we do have a few announcements. First of all, the 40-day prosperity series that we are doing continues on Monday nights. We just started this past Monday, so you are not that far behind, and we are recording. So if you want to go ahead and catch up, just shoot me an email, revchris@celebrationcenter.org, and you can get all of the materials and go ahead and join us tomorrow night. It's okay if you haven't done any of the 40 days, if you've done all of the last few days, if you've read the book, if you haven't read the book, it's all good. Just come join us tomorrow on Zoom from 6:30 to 8, and you can go to celebrationcenter.org and get all of the information and also join Zoom there. We also have Art Night with Miriam Catellis. So people who have been to the previous Art Nights, isn't it awesome? It's so awesome. So this month is going to be so much fun. We are going to be painting pumpkins. These are going to be artificial pumpkins, so you can have them for years to come. You can give them as gifts, whatever you would like. And there's going to be apple cider and spooky music. So that is on Friday, October 7th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It's here in Height Hall. This is an in-person event only because we haven't figured out how to teleport pumpkins and paint to you yet. You can email miriam.catellis@yahoo.com to RSVP for that. It is a $15 suggested love offering. That covers the cost of supplies, and any extra donation goes towards the Celebration Center as a fundraiser. So thank you, Miriam. And I cannot wait to paint pumpkins, drink apple cider, and listen to spooky music. And then, y'all, it's here. This Friday and Saturday is the Unite and Celebrate New Thought Renaissance. What? How awesome is that? So on Friday evening, we have a drum circle, and that is from 7 to 9, suggested love offering of $15. at Unity of Fairfax on their labyrinth with a bonfire and drumming. It's going to be amazing. So come to that. And then Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m., we have guest speakers and musicians from all over the DMV coming to speak, to provide music. It's going to be this amazing, uplifting experience for us all. We are truly rebirthing, reawakening, and reviving the power of Spirit within. So this is a must-attend event. It is completely free, open to anyone and everyone. So invite your friends, come join us. And any money, we are taking a love offering for this event, and any of the proceeds are going to Lutheran Social Services, which, as y'all know, we have been partnering with to provide refugee support for those Ukrainian and Afghani refugees. So this Friday and Saturday, mark your calendars, definitely going to be there. We're partnering with Unity of Fairfax. It's going to be an amazing event, and it's live streamed. So you will be able to watch if you can't make it in person or if you live too far away. And finally, I know it's the last Sunday in September, but Lynn and I were both laughing about how this is the first Sunday this month that both of us have been in the room together. So if you have a birthday or an anniversary, raise your hand if you're in the room, or drop the date and whether it's a birthday or an anniversary in the chat, and let's sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Who has a birthday in September? Happy birthday to you.
Yay! And now with all of that, I invite all angles to open us with a song.
Gone, since there's so many of us singing today, and we're going to do this beautiful song, and the words are up there, and it's perfect for this month, for our theme of finances, and it's called I Love Myself, the Prosperity Song by Jai Joseph. So I hope you'll try to sing along. It's pretty catchy. I love myself, I'm on my way, I'm getting richer every day. I love money and money loves me, I'm on the road to prosperity. Now I don't need to hide my money like some buried treasure. I circulate it lovingly and use it for my pleasure. And when my bank account gets low, that doesn't mean I'm in trouble. For every dollar that I spend will come back to me double. I love myself, I'm on my way, I'm getting richer every day. I love money and money loves me, I'm on the road to prosperity. Now I don't need to waste my time in a job that I find boring. There are many creative ways to learn. I can spend my time exploring. Making money by working hard, it's fine, there's no denying. But getting paid for fun and play is far more satisfying. Love myself, I'm on my way, I'm getting richer every day. I love money and money loves me, I'm on the road to prosperity. Abundance flows into my life, I know it won't be leaving, because I cleared out fear and doubt that kept me from receiving. I love myself, I'm on my way, I'm getting richer every day. I love money and money loves me, I'm on the road to prosperity. I love myself, I'm on my way, prosperity. On the road to prosperity.
Yay! Oh, what a lovely song. And so now I would like to invite Kathy Dennis and Judy Blaze into the room. They are our new members who are joining us this Sunday. So we have Kathy Dennis here next to me, and then here next to me, and then Judy Blaze is down below. And these two wonderful souls have been joining our community for quite some time now. And so y'all might recognize Judy because she has been our practitioner on platform in the third Sunday of the month for over a year now, I want to say, or just coming up on a year. And so she has really just jumped in with both feet. And Judy, tell us where you're from.
Right now I'm in Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa. I always get those I's mixed up, so I thought I would just let you tell us. So Judy is a beloved community member from Iowa. And Kathy, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Rochester, New York.
Yay! We got some excitement here in the room for Rochester. Yes. So Kathy also has jumped in with both feet. If you have joined for any Zoom event in the last, 6 or 9 months, you have probably met Kathy because she has just become such a beloved member of this community as well. And so what I love about New Member Sunday this particular time is because what an amazing example of how Celebration Center truly is becoming a global community. And I have yet to meet either of these ladies in person and get to hug them. And yet I know so much about them. And they, I feel like they know me and this community. And we have really built these amazing relationships here. And these are just two shining examples of what it means to be in a beloved global community. So I am just so honored to be welcoming them into membership, into official membership of Celebration Center. And so that means, what that means for anybody who is a member of the center, it means that each of them has taken at least one foundations class so that they have a basic understanding of what science of mind is, what this teaching means, and that they have said, yes, you know what, this teaching is the teaching that works for me, and this community is the community that I choose to step up and to really take ownership in and to say, yes, these are my people, and I believe in this vision, this celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. And so I also love New Member Sunday because it's a reminder to all of us who are members already that we also said yes to this community in this way. And so what I am going to invite us to do, we have a new member, I don't even know what to call it. It just went flying out of my head. A statement that we are all going to say together. And so I invite you, if you are a member of this community, you probably recognize this vow from when you were a new member. And I invite you to say this and to remember what this means as we ask Judy and Kathy to speak these words aloud as they become members of Celebration Center. So, together aloud, this is my spiritual center. It is composed of people like me who seek love and truth. I make it what it is. It is friendly when I am friendly. Its seats are filled when I help fill them. It generously contributes to life enhancement when I am generous. It attracts others to celebrations and friendship when I attract them. It is a wellspring of loyalty, love, fearlessness, faith, and nobility of spirit, when I, who make it what it is, am also these. Mindful of God in me, I dedicate myself to what I would have my center be. It is in this spirit that I desire to be a member of the Celebration Center for Spiritual Living. Yay! And so, with that, I would like to welcome Kathy Dennis and Judy Blaze as beloved members of Celebration Center. Let's all give them a huge hurrah and round of applause. Woohoo! Welcome, y'all, and thank you so much for what you bring to this community. Yes, Ed.
Yeah.
Hold. Oh, it's. Oh. So Ed Preston said that it's a small world because right when Judy came on and said that she is from Iowa, he got a text message from Reverend Lori Bolster, who lives in Colorado. But he got the text message from her in Iowa because she was here last week and is now driving through Iowa as we speak back to Colorado. So it is a small world, and we are all truly connected by so many tiny little strings and threads and beautiful ways of being. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Kathy. And thank you, Judy. And now we are actually, this is Judy's week to be a practitioner. So she gets to now celebrate her new membership in this community by being our practitioner on platform. So take it away, Judy. And thank you, Kathy.
So let's just move right into saying our vision out loud together. Ivor's going to bring it up. Here we go. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. So let's just close our eyes now, or soften our gaze, and move into the very center of our being, that heart center. Feeling ourselves sitting in the chair, feet on the floor. Breathing in, fully present in this sacred moment. Now just be aware of that love that fills your heart, and it's moving as a brilliant, radiant light out through your body and out into everybody in the room, everybody attached to this community, and out into the world. And as you do this, we're going to breathe together. The breath has 3 parts. There's a breath in, and then holding it, and then the breathing out. We'll do that 3 times. So breathing in, hold, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold, and breathing out. And breathing in, hold, and breathing out. And just feel that light radiating from your chest, connecting to the love light in each of us. And just stay in this sacred space as I share with you this reading from The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And he says, the second spiritual law of success is the law of giving. This law could also be called the law of giving and receiving, because the universe operates through dynamic exchange. Nothing is static. Your body is in dynamic and constant exchange with the body of the universe. Your mind is dynamically interacting with the mind of the cosmos Your energy is an expression of cosmic energy. The flow of life is nothing other than the harmonious interaction of all the elements and forces that structure the field of consciousness. This harmonious interaction of elements and forces in your life operates as the law of giving. Because your body and your mind and the universe are in constant and dynamic exchange, stopping the circulation of energy is like stopping the flow of blood. That is why we must give and receive in order to keep wealth and affluence, or anything you want in life, circulating in your life. And then he quotes Rabindranath Tagore, "This frail vessel thou emptiest again and again, and fillest it ever with fresh life. This little flute of a reed thou hast carried over hills and dales, and hast breathed through it melodies eternally new. Thy infinite gifts come to me only on those very small hands of mine. Ages pass, and still thou pourest, and still there is room to fill." So I simply open even more, expanding my heart and my mind to feel that inflow of the divine, knowing that there is only one thing going on here, and it is that flow of spirit in and through all of creation. One mind, one heart, one life, one loving presence, moving in and through all of its creation, flowing with perfection and wholeness and beauty. The abundance of this incredible infinite life, moving into all of its creation and into the lives of those who can open to receive. So knowing that I am simply part of this incredible exchange of energy going on in this field of existence, I simply open and allow and know that I am the infinite abundance of God. I am that loving presence every moment in every breath I take. I am a part of this beautiful community of life itself. And I know that every particle of my being radiates with this spirit, which is whole and complete. And so I radiate wholeness and healing throughout my entire physical being. And I radiate this same presence in my mind, allowing it to open to receive the inspiration of that divine flow. Releasing any thought or belief that holds me back from opening to that good, to being that receiver, so that the circulation of spirit has no blockage within me. And therefore I can become a gift, a blessing, as well as being blessed. So I simply open to receive and to allow the gifts that move through me to move out into the world. So I know this truth is for everyone here, all of our loved ones, everyone who ever touches this sacred community of Celebration CSL. And I know that the same energy moves in and through me that spreads out into the entire universe. For I allow that flow to circulate good and more good. And so grateful for this, and knowing that all that has been felt and heard and spoken is being acted upon by this incredible power of the universal law. And I'm so grateful to know this, grateful for this community. And I simply allow myself to release it, to surrender to that flow, knowing it is complete, it is done. I am always right here in that flow of good. And so it is.
So we have a special song we're going to do today. This song has been written by Nancy Newman, and she's gonna sing. Did you want to say how it was inspired?
Yeah. I got the idea for this song because I was on a site called Healing Circle, which was begun by Jen Fay and now has Reverend Chris and Reverend Faith conducting it. Meets every other Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And just something somebody said turned me on. And so I wrote a song called Trust and Believe It. You say you want a healing, more money, more love. So see it, feel it, trust and believe it.
See it, feel it, trust and believe it.
Know you are strong, confident and wise. Pay attention to intention, close your eyes and visualize. Can you feel your inner joy bubbling up inside? When your vision makes you happy, there is laughter in your eyes. So see it,
feel it, trust and believe it. See it, feel it, trust and believe it.
flow downstream with intention in mind. Leave upstream thoughts in the wake far behind. Listen to the part of you who knows what is right. You're a powerful person with amazing insight. So see it,
feel it, trust and believe it. See it, feel it, trust and believe it.
relax in the knowing that your prayers come true. When you stay in the moment, that's all you have to do. So see it,
feel it, trust and believe it. See it, feel it, trust and believe it.
so watch, listen, smiling with glee. You can make the rain shine, 'cause you are free to be. Just remember to be grateful for your healing, love, and money, 'cause you
Saw it, felt it, trusted and believed it. Saw it, felt it, trusted and believed it. Trusted and believed it.
Oh, y'all, wasn't that amazing? Let's give Nancy another round of applause. It's okay. Oh, wow. That was awesome. Thank you so much. So, let's get business out of the way first, because I know y'all are all about knowing. Good Lord Almighty. I know y'all are all wondering about Kevin the kidney stone. So Kevin the kidney stone is still in my body. However, I have been in very little pain. And so I am chalking that up to all of the prayers and love and support of all of y'all. And one way or another, Kevin will be out in October because I have a follow-up appointment. And if he has not left on his own accord, then then he will be leaving via surgery. So thank you so much for all of your prayers. I firmly believe that that is the reason that I am up and moving around and mostly living my day-to-day life with no problem and very little pain. So thank you all. I knew y'all just been waiting on the edge of your seats, right? For that for that update. Oh, so this is the final Sunday that we are talking about money and finances. And I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. So I grew up in this teaching, the years that I was my foundational years in Science of Mind. I very much grew up in one of those centers that is a prosperity-centric center. So very much, if you focus on it, you can create it, you can have anything that you want. And we did a summer prosperity series every summer, and you just have to think a different thought and you'll have a different experience, all of that sort of thing, the prosperity gospel, if you will. And then I kind of had this big pendulum swing where I was like, well, that's all well and good, but no matter how many different thoughts that I have, the system of the world that we're living in is still broken. And so there's no thinking that I can do that's going to change an entire global system without the support of at least a few other people, that I can't do it all by myself. And so I did this big pendulum swing to, well, that's not the right way to teach it. And so I've been really wrestling with where's the middle ground, right? Like the prosperity gospel, all you have to do is have a different thought, and it doesn't matter what your circumstances or situation or the system that you're living in is, that everybody's on an equal playing field on one end, and there's nothing you can do, all is lost, right, on the other, because the whole system is broken. Surely somewhere in there's a middle ground. There's something for us to glean out of these conversations, and that we teach, right? We teach it's all one, and we teach that it's all God. And so somewhere in there must be something for us to do. So I had an aha this past week, and I want to share my aha with y'all, because I think I have it all figured out. Obviously not, because I haven't poofed out of existence because I'm enlightened yet. But I had this aha that I wanted to share with y'all. And it's this idea of top down or bottom up. And so basically, this idea of prosperity gospel, it's all on your shoulders, is the bottom up, right? It starts at you as the individual and it moves up. And this idea that all is lost in the system, these are my two ideas, right? You might not feel this way, but all is lost, that's the bottom, that's the top down. That's this sort of, it's a global issue, and there's nothing that me, one little tiny person in 7 billion, there's nothing that I can do to fix it. And so what is the true answer? Because the reality is that if you're only looking at your life and saying it's all in my hands, I'm 100% responsible for the entire planet and everything that is happening to me, through me, as me, by me, all of it, that it's only me, I'm the only thing, then what we have is rugged individualism. And so rugged individualism is it's only half, right? It's only half of this top-down, bottom-up approach. It's only the bottom-up approach that you have to do it all by yourself. And if we're looking at this top-down approach only, then what we get is victim consciousness, because it's all of the sudden, it's, well, I'm only one person. There's nothing that I can do to change anything. All is lost. Everything is happening to me. I cannot control the outpicturing of anything. And we have this victim consciousness. But as y'all can see from both of these pictures, that it's not a complete system, that it's cut off there in the middle. So, you can take it down now. Yeah. So what I want to look at is some of the effects of what happens when we are living from only bottom up or only top down, and then what's the alternative? What could it possibly look at if we're taking an approach of both bottom up and top down, right? Are y'all following me so far? I'm getting some confused looks, some like this, and some thumbs up and hand waves. So yes and no. So just go with me for a second, because what I want to talk about right now, and hold off on the slide for just a minute, but what I want to talk about is what happens if we're viewing a top-down approach without that bottom up. So we've cut it off in the middle, and we're viewing the world through victim consciousness. So victim consciousness is everything happens to me, all is lost, there's nothing I can do. And so what happens is that you become hopeless. There's this hopelessness that shows up when you believe that the world is happening to you and you can only react to everything that is coming at you, and that there's nothing you can do to change anything that is happening out there, that you are just one lonely little person and things are just going to happen to you. That feels pretty hopeless, right? And it also, I know for me, what comes up if I'm stuck in that mode is this: nothing matters. Nothing matters. Why even bother? Why bother to try to change my life? Why bother to try to get a job that I love, or to have enough money to foster relationships? Why bother? None of it matters. It's all going to just be taken away from me anyways, because the world is just coming at me too fast for me to handle, right? And then when we have that hopeless, nothing matters, we get stuck in patterns of destruction because there's no reason to create anything. And so we get stuck in these patterns of destruction. Maybe it's destructive behavior, or maybe it's apathy. And then finally, we're always blaming others for our problems. We don't want to take any responsibility. Well, if you had only done this, then I wouldn't have done that. And you wouldn't be mad at me right now. So really, this is all your fault. It's all your fault. I didn't do anything. I only reacted to what you said, right? That blaming everybody else for my problems, right? Well, I didn't pay my car payment because you didn't, pay me back that $20 you owed me. And if you had just paid me back that $20 you owed me, I obviously would have been able to pay my $300 car payment. So this is really all your fault. It's all your fault, right? So have you ever heard somebody kind of stuck in that pattern of, oh, it's always somebody else. It's never me. It's never me. Well, she left me. Well, he did that. Well, if they had only, then I wouldn't have, right? And so when we're coming at this space of this victim consciousness, this kind of top-down only idea, then all of a sudden we get to take no responsibility, and not in a good way. It's not this feel-good kind of like, la, la, la. It's more like this, the world sucks, right? But instead, what does it look like if we're taking, and we'll pull up the top-down imbalance, the communal. Yes. What does it look like to look at the world from the perspective of the top-down when it's in balance with the bottom-up? When it's part of this communal aspect? And so then all of the sudden, if we're looking at this world, at the world from a holistic approach, it's, yeah, you know what? The system's not working, but we can change that. We can come together, that the system is built on all of us, and all of us are able to fix it. We can create societies that work for all of the people in them. And instead, it's no longer, well, the system's broken and it's done this to me, but instead, I am a part of that system. I am a part of the society. And so together we are going to make it work. We take care of one another when we're coming at this from a communal approach. All of the sudden, it is important to me, because to be in balance, to make sure that you have your needs met, that we're coming together. We're good stewards of the planet, because all of the sudden in this communal approach, there's this understanding of it's not all about me, but I can make a difference. What I do matters. We focus on this bigger picture, and we can look at what does a world that works for everyone look like, and then we can actually make changes that move towards that. And finally, we are looking at the conditions that are in place right now that are making the world challenging for some people to live in, and we can deny the power of that condition. We know that together as a community that we can shift and change and grow. So, now are y'all with me a little more? Okay. So you can see that if you're only looking at the big picture, global sort of scale of things, and you've cut it off in the middle, that all of a sudden nothing matters because what you do isn't important. But if we take it in balance with that bottom up, all of a sudden it opens us up to this way of showing up in community, this communal evolution, if you will, this community care. So what does bottom up only look like? It looks like rugged individualism. Now, I personally think, you can actually take that down, I'll just verbally say those. So I personally think that our society in general, not totally, not everyone, but in general, we like to do this very victim-y, sort of top-down only, that there all is lost and I am a byproduct of the systems that I am a part of sort of thing. And I believe that often the way that New Thought or Science of Mind is taught is trying to bypass that. And so what we get is rugged individualism. So rugged individualism is this idea that you can just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and if you just work hard enough, think hard enough, do hard enough, that you can change your whole life around. That everything can be different, and all of the sudden, none of the systems that are on the planet are going to affect you, and all of the sudden, you are able to change things that are completely outside of your control. And so what is the problem with rugged individualism? Well, first and foremost, it causes burnout, because we can only pull ourselves up by our bootstraps with no help and support for so long before we just burn out. It also has us taking responsibility for things that are completely outside of our control. I have heard people blame other people for it raining on their events. Well, if you had just thought harder, it wouldn't have rained on your wedding day. If you had just worked a little bit harder, what was in your consciousness that caused rain? The rain, y'all, it's the rain. There might have been somebody down the road praying for rain, right? All of a sudden, we're expected to take responsibility for other people's overstepping our boundaries, or for other people harming us in some way. That all of a sudden, it is 100% my fault that the world is not working. That doesn't really work. We get that metaphysical malpractice. You have a kidney stone? What's in your thinking? What did you do to create that kidney stone? I would never create a kidney stone. That's just not in my consciousnness. I actually had somebody say that to me, and I was like, well, that's good for you. But that metaphysical malpractice of it's all your fault. If your life is not all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns and roses all the time, it is your fault. And that also then says that if your life is rainbows, not rainbows, butterflies, unicorns, and roses, that it's somehow wrong. That there is a right way to have a life and a wrong way. And if your life isn't happy and good all the time, you're doing it wrong. And we all know that that's not true. And that brings a lot of blaming in, right? We blame ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself, well, what did I think to have this cold? Instead of just, wow, my body was really tired. I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to rest. It takes me a few days to get there, but we get there eventually, right? Or blaming other people. It also, there's a difference between looking something in the eye and saying, this condition has no power over me. And rugged individualism has us turn away from the condition and refuse to look at it. And if we refuse to look at it, it gets to just fester there in the background until all of a sudden it was a little, spill that we could clean up with a single paper towel. And now it's this giant tar pit that has crashed over the top of our lives. So rugged individualism, it doesn't work either, right? So what does it look like to be in balance with that top down, bottom up? What does the bottom up look like in balance? And so it looks like individual, but not rugged individualism, but just the individual. And so, because there's not nothing, there are things that we can do to shift the world, right? We can look at our patterns, our personal patterns of behavior, and say, are these patterns destructive or productive? What can I do to shift the way that I am showing up in my life? We can take responsibility for our part in what is happening. I saw this thing the other day that said, if you are only blaming your ex for a failed relationship, then you are not seeing things clearly. And that a healthy way to view a past relationship is when you can say, oh man, I could have really done this or that better. Not all of it. It's not all on you, but it's not all on them either. That we can truly show up and say, what aspect of this is my responsibility, and look at what needs to happen to shift that. We can shift our perspective. So we have this phrase, change your thinking, change your life. And if you have been in New Thought any amount of time at all, you have learned that it is not that simple. And it does not matter how many times you say, I love myself, that if there is no action or work behind that affirmation, that the thinking, the life doesn't change as much as we might hope, right? And so instead what it is yes, we say those affirmations, yes, and we also shift our perspective. We also root out those belief systems that put that original thought there in the first place. We change our system of beliefs. We change our patterns of behaviors. We do the work internally that is ours to do. And maybe we do that with our minister. Maybe we do that with a practitioner. Maybe we do that with a therapist. Maybe we have a really amazing group of friends. We do that in our classes, in our groups on Sunday mornings, in our spiritual centers. We come together and we say, hey, this is mine to do. all of a sudden, in a balanced way of thinking, self-worth and self-care are priorities. And all of a sudden, personal growth is a priority. And so really, as we're looking at finances and money, because I think that this is a really charged subject, right? We look at what is mine to do, where can I get to that middle ground, and what is the systems to do? What needs to shift in the global? So there's this communal aspect and this individual aspect. And when we have both of those things together, what we have is a world that works for everyone. So that, a world that works for everyone. So when the individual and the communal are in balance, all of a sudden we have created a world that works for everyone. So I have a quote for y'all. It's the Eric Butterworth quote. So what Eric Butterworth in Spiritual Economics says is that as one person changes their level of thoughts, the consciousness of the whole world changes to that degree. And so as we do our work individually, the communal is also shifting. And as we do our work communally, the individual is also shifting. So it takes both of these aspects in balance. Now we are moving in our center into our 2023 Committed Giving Program. Can y'all believe that? We are already looking ahead to 2023. And we are going to, each week, beginning next week, we're going to look at one of the 4 areas. And we're going to have videos of y'all talking about how this area has shown up for you. And so what I want to end on is we end with finances, because this committed giving program, yes, we are looking at what are you committing to give financially to support the center. And in making that commitment, you are supporting us in creating our budget. You are supporting us in moving our vision forward. But also we have a bulletin board. Y'all got a break for the summer, but now we're back to bulletin boards, y'all. But each week we're going to be asking you, what does this area look like to you? What do you want to see this beloved community do to further this vision in 2023? Because the Committed Giving Program is more than about giving your money. Yes, we need that, and we give great gratitude for that. But it's also about giving your aspect, your individual vision to this communal vision, right? And so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be moving this forward, because the reality is that you cannot outgive the universe. And so I invite you, as we move into this season of committed giving in all kinds of different areas, that you look at what would it be like to be wildly generous. Wildly generous in this center, wildly generous when you're out and about, wildly generous to yourself, to your family, to the people that you meet on the street, to the grocery store clerk, to your home, to your animals, to the planet. What would wild generosity look like? And I have an example of wild generosity. So there is an entire genre of viral videos of people giving money away, large sums of money, to just random people on the streets, and then filming their reaction, and then putting it on their social media platforms. You can go watch video after video after video of this. And so I have one example, because Edwin Gaines says money is like love. The more you give away, the more you have. And so I have one example. We talk about tithing is 10% and it comes back 100-fold, and that you can't outgive the universe. The more that you give away, the more that comes back to you, right? And so I want to show this video as a really beautiful example of giving away and receiving even more.
Would you rather have $1,000 in cash right now or
give $10,000 to someone random in the store?
Oh my God, I want the bread myself.
Well, there you go.
Serious?
Yes.
I'm about to have a heart attack.
Yes.
No problem. Have a good day.
Would you rather have $1,000 in cash right now or give $10,000 away?
I'll be honest, my sister just had a baby. Premature baby. We couldn't.
Here
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You're welcome. Would you rather have $1,000 cash for yourself right now or
$10,000 to give to someone random.
Holy I'll give somebody random 10 grand.
Well, then you have 20 seconds. Here
Yep.
you go. 10 seconds remaining. 9 seconds. Take the whole briefcase.
Okay.
Oh my God. He was more in the heart effects. I've been out of work for the last year and I'm just going back to work. So like this, can I hug you?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
And for being kind, I have a present for you. We're also giving you $10,000.
This is life changing.
Doesn't that make you feel good? So when he decided, you know what, I'm going to bypass that $1,000 and I'm going to give $10,000 away, all of a sudden that $10,000 came back to him, right? And so what does wild generosity look like to you? And how can you practice it this coming week? And with that, I invite us into prayer. And so what I know is that there is only one thing going on. And so just giving away briefcases of $10,000 in the store is each and every one of us here. It is the Celebration Center. It is viral videos. It is social media. It is all of this good stuff, this good feeling, this energy, this presence. There is only one thing going on, and we are it. This one thing is showing up as each and every individual here in this space, this beloved community. It is every interaction, every person, every feeling, every thought, every action, every word, every deed. And so what I know and affirm right here and right now is that individually we are each wildly generous to the world around us and to ourselves. And that we are wildly generous as a community. That this top-down communal evolution means that we are becoming more and more and more generous as a society each and every moment, each and every day. And I am so grateful for this beloved community. I am grateful for those who said yes to the $1,000. I am grateful for those who said yes to the $10,000 and everything in between. I am so grateful for this community of wildly generous, amazing beings. I am so grateful for the vision of this community moving forward and continuing. And so I simply release my word. I let it go. I know it is done as I have spoken. And so it is. And now we have another song from All Angles.
Okay, we're gonna I think the words are gonna go on the screen. Are they? Oh no. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. There is repetition though in this song, and I hope you'll sing along. This is The Power of Kindness by Mamuse. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Sing with us. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what comes ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. Whoa, give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. The power of love. in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people, but keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abounds. Oh, give a little, give a little, give it out, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Honeybees of sweetness, only to help the world bloom. Bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We can learn a thing or two. Oh, give a little, give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of
Y'all go ahead and stay up here. Oh, so this is the time in our service for our gifts and our offerings. And knowing that your presence here in the community, your wild generosity and the way that that shows up is truly a gift to this community. And so if you have a monetary donation that you would like to give, you can either click on the QR code next to me, or if you are in the room, you can visit the basket right over here, or you can go to celebrationcenter.org/give. And all of those places will take you to our secure Breeze website where you can donate. And with that, I invite Judy to come offer a blessing and say our offertory affirmation.
This gift I give is God in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I give it in faith. I give it knowing that I am blessed, and so I gratefully give. And I'm so grateful to know that we are part of the circulation of life, that we are in that flow of giving and receiving, which is a circle that is unbroken. So I'm just so grateful for this, and know that these gifts are not only blessing the center, but they're blessing each of us. And they're blessing all of those beyond the center who are able to receive the gifts the center can give because of these gifts. So I'm just so grateful to know that as we participate today in this beautiful law of circulation, all is uplifted and flourishing with great abundance. Every aspect of our lives is now filled with this prosperous, loving energy. And so in gratitude and in deep love, I simply know this to be true. I am glad that it's true, and I let it go and let it be. And so it is.
And so it is. And so now I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is. We do have lyrics for this one.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so this is a pretty catchy tune. We have some lyrics up there. I hope you'll sing along. This is a song called 100 Ways by Richard Madecki and David Roth. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways I can receive. So I embrace my good, and I do believe. At least 100 ways I can receive. So I embrace my good, and I do believe. There are at least 1,000 ways my good is coming to me. You got it? At least 1,000 ways my good is coming to me. There is at least 1,000 ways my good is coming to me. At least 1,000 ways my good is coming to me. At least 1,000 ways for me to believe and count my blessings that I now receive. At least 1,000 ways for me to believe and count my blessings that I now receive. There are at least 1,000,000,000 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 1,000,000,000 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 1,000,000,000 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 1,000,000,000 ways my good is coming to me. My good is coming to me. My good is coming to me. My good is coming to me.
Oh. And so I send us out in the world knowing that we are wildly generous and that our good is coming to us in zillions of ways. And so it is.